there you go again. I start a scope, and then I say something. I'll wait for everyone to join. Good morning, good afternoon, hello. I just woke up, so my eyes are always puffy, and I look like just hell when I just wake up. I'm gonna wait for everyone to get in here because I don't like repeating myself, which is what Periscope is all about. It kind of comes with the territory. But seeing that I only get about, this is a private scope, and I only get about, oh, did I put traders? Oh my God, I just woke up, I'm so sorry. Traders, TRAITORS, sorry. There you go, traders. Let's not report people trading stocks and goods anymore, you guys. Okay, hi Jill in Atlanta. Hi. Okay, you guys, no more reports on Trader Joe's, okay? We know that they're not as good as Whole Foods. Anyways, all right. No more reporting on these trade tours. And it's insane. It's insane. I was going back and forth with a woman named Susan on an email. It was Mommy Sweeps, I think is who it was. Back and forth. And her first email was like, I love you. How could you do this? I know I didn't say anything about you. Da-da-da-da-da. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. I know you did. I have the screenshots. Now, I can't keep everyone straight. So I knew I had the screenshots, but I didn't remember from which one. So I had to go back through and look through all of my text messages from everyone, because I remember it came in a text message. So I'm going through all of my conversations because I care. I really do care. And I wanted to double check because I'm not a liar. So I really think that if other people say stuff, that they're not lying either. So I went back through and I saw the screenshots. And so then after about 5 emails back and forth with her, I had finally found the screenshot and I sent it to her, and she's blatantly saying really bad things about me in the screenshot. And I thought that was going to be the end. I thought she was going to say, yeah, because then she's caught. I thought she was going to say, yeah, I was wrong. But she didn't. She was like, no, that was in the beginning when I first started following you, and I just found it really messed up that you had asked for money and this and that. And I'm like, lady. I didn't say lady, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, listen. I'm like, you backstabbed me. You hurt my feelings. And I'm not going to follow you back. I'm sorry. And so then she has the audacity to email me back and say, you know what? Maybe you really do need rehab if that's where you're even going, but I need my 1738 back because you're a bad business person for blocking me. And I was like, but even then, I still didn't go off. I said, I am not refunding you because you paid for the processing fee. I said, I pay someone every 2 weeks to deal with all of this. I said, look at this email conversation, for example. This is exactly what people do, back and forth on officialbrielson.com, and I have someone that handles that. She came back at me again and said, this is the worst business practice. This is so wrong. I paid for a service and I need my money refunded. And I'm like, lady, I didn't say lady, but again, I'm thinking lady. I said, you know what? I gave in. I said, to never have to see you again, I'm gonna refund you today. She's not being cheap. She's just being a bitch. So that's what I said. Like, here, gladly have your, and I told her, I said, you're the one, I think, that needs emotional help if you don't see what you're doing is wrong. It's crazy. Anyways. She did. She definitely wasted more than 1738 of my time. I mean, for an email conversation like that, what would I charge to put myself through that email conversation? About $200. You know, I obviously do put a price on my emotional state, unlike most people that would be like, no, I won't put myself through that at all. Anyways. And then, on top of that, someone that I had blocked, they have this phone number. This one. This is my private phone number. And they sent me a long thing of text messages. They had never texted me before, never contacted me before, because they weren't stored. I don't know how you go. So they text me. I can't read them to you because I'm on this phone right now. But they text me, and I'm like, I didn't even respond because I'm like, I don't want them to know that this is my number. But now I have to get this number changed too. So I was already planning on getting this number changed because everyone under the sun has this number. But now I have to get this one changed too. It's like, when is this gonna, it's frustrating. Phone number 305, that's not my number. That's the number that's on the internet? Good. That'll take some sweat off me. Let them keep calling that number. But like, no one has this number that she texted me on. Like, legit, like 20 people have this phone number. So I was like, really, I'm like, oh shit. I know it's easy to block numbers on my phone. Trust me, I blocked like 200. It's really funny. People think they're really clever when they text this phone. They'll be like, hey, Bree, but there's no like, they're not stored. They're, it's just the number that comes up, no name. And I'm like, I obviously don't know you, block. Like, I don't even respond, just, I go straight to block. Or they're like, hey, Rachel. And I'm like, come on, I don't know if I can know you. 8206, that's not me either. If someone I know is texting me, they wouldn't just say, hey, Rachel, or hey, Bree. First of all, if they know me, they don't call me Bree. So if someone is texting me on my phone, they would say something like, hey, do you want to come out with me, Danielle, and Spencer tonight at Casa's? You know, they wouldn't say like, hi. No one starts out a text conversation with hi. No, Allie, that's not my number. I don't know what that is. Do you guys do that? Do you guys ever text someone and just say hi? I don't. Okay, well, just making sure we're all on the same page here. You say, hey, girl. That'd probably just get a block number, too. Getting up and going to the gym. Oh, you're such a healthy-minded person. I want to be more like you. I used to do that. Shit, Ron, no. Lemonade? What's that? The Amy Schumer music video? Yeah, Trader Joe's. Oh, Beyond. Oh, shit. No, don't tell me about it, you guys. You would drag me there? My face. Yeah. I do good at the gym, and I love Beyonce. You're gonna do a How to Survive Without Rachel scope? That's so funny. Oh my god, please do it. Where's my tutorial video? How am I gonna survive without you guys? Oh, thank you so much, Anthony. Jesse, I need to watch that. The great news is, you guys, is that I'm going at a really great time of the month. So no matter where you live, the month and a half I'll be gone, it's a great time of year. So you're not stuck in the dead of winter. Thanks to you. They're not taking away my candles. They encouraged me to keep smoking while I was in there, which I didn't want to do. But even they said, ma'am, they said, we can get you off of anything, but cigarettes isn't something that cigarettes are hard. That's what someone at a rehab center said. But if you pay attention at like AA and stuff like that, there's always two things that they have: coffee and cigarettes and food. They usually have cookies, coffee, cigarettes, and sugar. Because addicts are addicts, and they would rather the lesser of two evils, I guess. But at this point, I don't think that this is I'm quite certain that these have done more to my health than the medication I've been on. Yeah, I can smoke there. Yeah. I don't want, I mean, but I get what she's saying though. She's like, you should really just focus on the medication while you're here. So, yeah. I look so pretty. Why are you lying to me? Thank you. I'm proud of you and I will miss you. The lighting is good. Brittany, excuse me, what are you trying to say? That I only look good in certain lighting? Do they get brain zaps when getting off benzos? God, no. My skin has been really clear. It's a regiment. You guys see my regiment. I have a regiment. Oh, I just heard a bee. Kellen Code? I don't think so. Because anxiety is really, really mind over matter. It really, really is. So it's like, you know, it's not a condition I was born with. Otherwise, I would have been 5 years old having panic attacks and shaking like a leaf. This is years and years of things that were placed on me that I didn't deal with properly. And so my brain started to react and produce chemicals a certain way. So no, I truly don't believe that people are genetically prone to it. I really think that it's, I think that so much of what we have when it comes to depression and anxiety is solely based on environment and how we were raised. Oh, there's two big B's. Oh, Jesus Christ. When nurture, yes, nurture over nature. I look at my life and not only am I like, of course I have anxiety, panic attacks, and depression, but I'm also like, how have I not killed myself? You know, so it's like, I have no doubt that it is from that. I think I can see why people would think that, because if you have parents that have anxiety or depression, you think, oh, well, that must have been passed down to me. But no, think about it. If you're a perfectly healthy child, born perfectly healthy, with no mental, emotional issues at all, but you're raised by people that are depressed and have anxiety, that's going to affect you. That's going to change you as you grow up in that environment. I have spent so many years in therapy going in because I wanted them to diagnose me with something besides depression and anxiety. I was certain. I said, something is more wrong with me than this. And I would fill out those 500 questionnaires, and like for every single one, you name it, schizophrenia, bipolar, all of the ones where it's actual a chemical imbalance, like that you can't change ever, like that you're born with. And every single one comes back, no, sorry, you just have anxiety. I had one doctor just flat out tell me, he's like, you're never gonna be your mother. And he was like, it's just what you've been through. I forget the word that he used, but it was, what is it? There's mental disabilities, and then there's emotional trauma. And he's like, and more than one therapist has said this, and he's like, you have emotional trauma, not a mental disability. You have 2 emotional traumas. And at certain points in my life, I haven't even been depressed. Like, I come out of the slump. I definitely have PTSD, 1,000%. Yeah, emotional distress for sure. Millie, I've been on for maybe 20 minutes. You guys witnessed my PTSD. Look at how I was before the Charlie experience and after the Charlie experience. Now, it didn't come immediately, but just like when soldiers get back from war, it doesn't come immediately. It comes gradually, and you guys saw me after that whole Charlie thing. I deteriorated substantially within months. It's like I started the same as soon as I got back, and then dropped to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here. And yeah, that's okay. Good luck with your open house. Yeah, I believe it's been hard to watch. It's been hard for me. You didn't know me before? Well, you're gonna like me a lot. There's a reason that I got this many followers. It wasn't by sitting around on a lawn chair smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. I was up doing hella shit. We were dancing every day. We were doing Brebro Walter scopes. I was on fire. We were doing lip sync battles. We did that huge homeless charity event. That was huge. That was huge. And I did it all by myself. Like, you guys donated. You guys sent the stuff in. And then I did all of the paperwork and tracking by myself, all of the deliveries, opening up all of that stuff, breaking down the boxes, separating it all. It was a huge project for anyone to take on, even like the healthiest mind to take on. But I was pretty healthy at the time. I wasn't great, but I was highly functioning. We used to go every day. We used to walk down Sunset Boulevard and go and get Coffee Bean. I went to the gym 3 times a week. Yeah, hiking trips. Yeah, Josh, as you know, red tape. They need 3 things from me still. Because of all the medical stuff that happened to me, their medical team needs to make sure that I'm in a clear for health wise, because if anything happens to me on their watch, they're liable. So, this place has been in business a long time. So they need 3 more things. They need the gallbladder ultrasound, they need the results from the heart thing I was wearing, and they need the endoscopy. The endoscopy will be easy because that's Patty's office. So Patty will make sure to fax that over to them first thing Monday morning. And then the ultrasound thing, I got right down the street here. So I'll just go down there, ask them to either please fax it. If they can't fax it, that I'll pay the $12 or whatever to overnight it to them. So that one should be really easy too. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is the company, because it's a third-party company that does the heart monitor. But what I'll do while I'm waiting to hear from them is I'll call the cardiologist, tell him I'm going into a rehab facility, and ask him if he can just say, my name is Dr. So-and-so, she's a clear bill of health, and have that mailed over. I was just having her wear that as precaution. So that's the plan for tomorrow morning. Yeah, Vegas trip with Kara was really fun too. I was already starting to slip during that time though. That vacation, I was starting to slip. I was really upset during that time. That was a hard time for me. It was already getting hard because the cross-country move. The cross-country move was a lot for me. And also I did that by myself. This has been the hardest thing for me. Only people that have been with me for a long time realize how hard it is for me to ask for help. I didn't ask for any physical help during the backpacking stuff. I wanted to do it all on my own. I let you guys donate stuff, but it's because it wasn't for me. It was for, all the people that you got to see me hand it out to. And then when moving across country, people, offered to help me move and do this and do that and drive with me. I said, nope, I'm driving by myself. I blatantly refuse help. So this has been the hardest time in my life for me. It was such a huge step for me to ask for help. It's the first time in my life I've ever asked for help. And for my personal gain and being able to go to rehab. And it's so painful to be completely drugged through the mud for asking for help for the first time ever. That's been really difficult. It's really, I'm in such an emotional state of distress. I can't stress enough how much my mind must have been fucked to put my Twitter on lock and get it unverified by locking my Twitter. I can't, even when I do get it back verified again, I'll just never forgive myself for making such a huge mistake. That is the most amateur ass fucking mistake to make ever. I want to fire myself. How did it happen? Because when you're verified, there's two things you can't do. It'll get you unverified. If you change your website, that's why I had that defective blog website up there, like briolsonblog.com or whatever it was, because you're not allowed to ever change your website once you're verified. It'll unverify you. It's just the way that the system's built. The other thing is that it unverifies you if you lock your account. You get unverified. So those two things. And I just wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking, and I'm like, I'll show them and lock my account. And it doesn't prevent anyone from atting at me anyways. So, how long to re-verify? I don't know. I'm not really worried about that part. Like I said, I'm not really worried about that part. I'm worried even more about myself. Like, wow, I shouldn't be touching anything business-wise. I have to realize, within reason, like, don't touch anything right now. You are not at a point in your life to be making any rash decisions. In hindsight, I would have had someone else dealing with my social media and not looking at it at all. And I wouldn't have done something like that. I'm not Amanda Byning. Yeah. I still, I'm not as together as what I look like, though. I seen someone say that. Someone said she wouldn't be able to write that well on her GoFundMe if she was truly depressed. And it's like, writing for me is like riding a bike, like, even if I was throwing up on myself, I could still ride my bike and get myself home. Like, it's like, listen, lady. I like calling people lady now, I guess. Listen, lady, just because you can't spell and punctuate correctly doesn't mean that I don't know how. Thanks, Ron. I was watching Scandal last night. I caught up, like, the last 5 episodes. And, it's like, you always try to relate yourself to the characters. It's just natural human instinct. When you hear a song, you're like, Amy, when you hear a song, you try to relate to that song just automatically. Like, does this relate to me? And then with movies or TV shows, how does this relate to me? It's just a natural human instinct. And so I was watching Scandal, and I'm like what Millie is going through. For anyone that doesn't watch Scandal, you're going to be hella lost right now. But, with the Twitter comments, going on Jimmy Kimmel and reading those comments and stuff. And I've already thought about this before, because I'm like, oh, everyone gets this. It's a nice reminder to see that everyone is dealing with this. But it's like, on Scandal, it's like they don't even care. Or like a lot of celebrities don't even care. Like they're just like, and politicians, especially politicians, they're like, okay, I know they hate me now. What move can I make to get them to regain them back? You know, and they do all kinds of things. Like they're like, okay, well, let me date someone that I know that they'll like. Let me, you know, wear this. Let me do this. And I started thinking about that, and I'm like, man, I'm like, I already know though. I already know how to gain a lot more people back. I know things I can do to get people back. But it's not a game. This is not a political election. This is my life. And I know everything. I'm not fiending for, if I was, I would be doing these things, you know, but there's tons of different scopes and things like that I could do each day to get people to like me, but that's not my concern. Not right now. Thanks, Ruby. It's the lighting, said Britt. Well, not the bullies, Ruby, but a lot of people are wishy-washy. Like they go both ways, you know, like all over the place. And that's the people I'm talking about. Like the type of people that follow Trump, you know? Like those are the people I could get back. But I don't want them back. Holly. You know, from a purely business aspect, if we were looking at this, and this is what, like, if this was purely business, I would run things a lot differently. But Periscope is really personal to me. You know, like, yeah, great, I've been able to make some money off of Periscope, but that's not my primary use for Periscope. So it's like, if you wanted to see me run this like a business, I wouldn't block people. I wouldn't, you know, talk about a lot of personal things that I do. I would only show myself in certain lights and in certain ways, and paint the most attractive picture possible. I'm hella real, Millie. A lot of people can't take that though. You know, I lost a lot of good people that were just like, this is depressing, like I don't want to watch this. And I get that. You know, I'm not mad at those people. The kind of people that just didn't say anything and just disappeared and started to go somewhere else. I don't care, that's fine. But I see you called. I just woke up. Wait till I get more coffee in me. I won't be calm anymore. That's what I'm gonna go do though. I'm gonna go get more coffee in me. Okay? Illy, talk to you soon. This was supposed to be like 10 minutes, and they're never 10 minutes, ever. You can never get on and do a 10-minute scope. It's impossible. All right, bye.